billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. ناعتها بينات وزلات الخلوات حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم مدد يا صاحب السيف Shaykh Abdulkerim ya Rabbani Madad. We're asking support from our Shaykh. So many are asking, oh, you guys are giving bayat to who? To Sahib al-Saif or to Lokman Hoja or to Shaykh Mawlana or whoever it is? What is your business? Who we give bayat to? All this time, you've been so concerned about us. From beginning, Shaykh Efendi passed. So many, they're not even calling the Dergah to say takziah. This is not even human. Leave being Muslim or being tariqat. Now inside of tariqat, they are nothing, going back and forth, making a fitna, saying, who you give bayat to? Who cares? If you care so much, you have been here. If you care so much, you have been at the funeral. And speaking to those ones who are claiming you are so close to him and you love him, and now you're running around trying to do what? Complaining and saying, we're going to bring you down. Huh? Wait, we're going to see who's going to bring who down. Yeah, where were you? Where were you for the funeral? Where were you before the funeral? Where were you building up his work? Nowhere to be seen. But only after that, everyone is coming out. Like what? Like mushroom. Like mushrooms, rained a little bit, then coming out overnight, saying, I am this, now I am this, now I am Shaykh, now I am this, now I'm taking. You can take bayat with whoever that you want. It's not our concern. Our bayat is with our Shaykh, Sahib al-Saif. Full stop, finish. You still want to make a fitna? Go ahead, be my guest. We have a lot of burdens you can carry. Carry it. That people making tariqat into a joke or making it to become like a gang. Yeah, leave us alone to worship there. You're already saying we are an association of shaitan anyway. You're already saying we are making the zikr of shaitan anyway. Leave us alone. Go do your own thing. Never they're going to leave us alone, because they'll never leave Haq alone. They didn't leave Shaykh Efendi alone all these years. He's keeping quiet. We are not a Shaykh. We're not going to keep quiet so much. Okay? Yeah, we are his dogs. So, none of your business, none of your concern. Our bayat is with Sahib al-Saif. And his bayat is with Shaykh Mawlana. That's it. Everyone's bayat is with Shaykh Mawlana. Well, suddenly you become Wahhabi. You say, no. You have to give bayat directly to Shaykh Mawlana. You become Wahhabi then. You become completely shaitani then that time. No. Such that is only for Allah, not for anyone else. Don't you see? You fall into the trap. But when you are afraid, when you know that you are weak, when you know that there's no support coming from inside, that's what you're going to do. You're going to have, what's this? Tactics. Bully tactics. Well, you know what? You're messing with the wrong people. Okay, we're trained at the Sahib al-Saif. We're not going to take one step anywhere to be bullied by anyone. Allah is protecting us. Alhamdulillah. His Prophet is protecting us. Alhamdulillah. Shaykh Mawlana is protecting us, and our Shaykh is above us. And he's around us. And he's under us. We're under his protection. Alhamdulillah. We are nothing. We are no one. We are very weak ones. But do us a favor. You have nothing better to do. Don't make fitna. Sit somewhere. Make zikr. You want to make a fitna, bothering Shaykh and his murids, saying day and night, who you taking bayat with? What's your business? What do you gain? What do you lose? Nothing. But you're going to gain all our burdens. That's all. Every one of our burdens is going to be collected. It's going to be on your head, because day and night you're making a fitna. So, we're not about that. We have a lot of work that we're doing. People are asking me what's going to happen. Now this world, that. So many events are going to happen. We say, don't we have enough on our plate? Do we have enough work that we are doing? We must concentrate on that. We will concentrate on that. Shaykh Mawlana Qaddasallahu Sir has already said, may Allah grant him long life and a healthy life. We are not like others waiting for him to pass so that someone else can become one to replace him. No, we are happy like this. He has already given us full permission, and he has already said, don't look left and right. We're not looking left and right. We're going on ahead straight, inshallah rahman. Astaghfirullah alazim wa atubu ilayh. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. We're asking support from our Shaykh, inshallah. He may send something to us that is going to give us benefit here and hereafter. This is important. Be busy with what is in front of you. Be busy with what concerns you. The sign that Allah does not love that servant is when you see him being busy with knowledge that does not concern him. It is knowledge, but it doesn't concern him. It's called malayani, useless talk. It doesn't concern you. Leave it alone. Take something that only concerns you. That is the first level. That is the first step. That is the first move that you can make in your spiritual journey to Allah. If you still don't know what is your business and what is not your business, what is knowledge that benefits you and what is knowledge that doesn't benefit you, your shaitan is still playing tricks on you. Your ego is still playing tricks on you. I don't care who you say you are that time. I don't care how much ibadat that you are making, how close you are to whichever saint you are that time. You still haven't moved one single step because you're still busy with knowledge that does not concern you. Holy Prophet ﷺ's advice to us, be busy with the knowledge that concerns you. The sign that Allah does not love you is when you are busy with something that doesn't concern you. We are pulling ourselves back to the top of our mountain. To be far away from everything. To be busy with our work. But still, ego and shaitans are going to circle around and climb on top of the mountain to try to find us. Well, mountain only accepts cleanliness. Into the mountain areas with your dirtiness. They're going to kick you out that time. Alhamdulillah. We are on this mountain and our Shaykh is on another mountain. He's on a mountain, this is the mountain of Kaf. And he is sending them that time his support to us. Alhamdulillah. We're not being busy with no one. We're being busy with our Shaykh. We're being busy every day sitting down to think, what I did today, is my Shaykh going to be happy with this or not? How I've succeeded and how I failed today. We go into the sajda shukr every night. I don't know about you. You guys have so much stations, high stations. I'm going down and I'm saying, I failed you again, Shaykh. I failed you again today. I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Send me more help to me, please. Send more of your support so I can be able to carry this. Don't take things lightly. We read taking prayers lightly. Taking sofra lightly. Then what are you going to take that is serious, for serious? Only for your ego. Only for shaitan you're going to take serious. If you cannot be serious for namaz, if you cannot be serious at the table of the Shaykh to eat, and you call yourself a murid, if you cannot be serious with that, why call yourself a murid? We need to fix ourselves. We need to understand, yes, we have work to do. We don't care about no one. Once in a while, we have to stand up and we say, don't cross your lines. Don't cross your borderlines to us. Don't bother us. We are continuing. Yes, some people, they're saying they want to continue, caravan continue, but they don't continue. They stop and they bark. We're not going to no one. We're going to ourselves. And we're saying we have a lot of things that we need to do. Everywhere they are thirsty for Shaykh and his sohbat, isn't it? They are thirsty for that because it's not given everywhere too. Shaykh and his sohbat is not given everywhere. But murids, you're getting very spoiled. Be careful. Shaykh Efendi has warned you and I'm warning you. Okay? If you're not careful, if you don't hold it high, he will disappear one day and he's going to have murids around him that will give value to his sohbat. So be careful. May Allah keep us in safety. May we keep our adab high. Adab Yahoo. Adab. If you have adab, you have haya. If you have haya, you will have intelligence. If you have intelligence, you will have faith. Adab is not just talking softly, having a fake smile, hand on your heart, and you walk backwards. That's not adab. Adab is knowing what is for you when it is for you. Adab is understand that the respect that Allah and His Prophet put, you have to give respect to that. Whatever you feel about it, doesn't matter. You have to give respect to that. Adab is what is going to make us valuable in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Adab is the one thing that Shaitan lost. And his hundreds and thousands of years of worshipping is zero because he lost his adab, his manners to his Lord. We should be reminded of this from time to time. And we should lock ourselves into our rooms and to sit and to think and to say, today how I have lost my manners to my Lord and to my Prophet and to my Shaykh. That time you'll start improving. If you're not doing that, doesn't matter how much zikr you make. Doesn't matter. Because you're not cleaning yourself up. You're not looking and you're not putting the sohbat into your life and you're not cleaning. That time, doesn't matter how many billions of zikr or salawat you're making, is not hitting here. Is not getting rid of disobedience. Is not getting rid of all the false ilahs. Still, you're putting your ego in your heart. May Allah forgive us. Inshallah. We will continue in this way with more and more strength coming from our Shaykh. Be busy with that. Don't be busy with other things. They can call us whatever they want to call us. They've been calling Shaykh Efendi that for decades. And you think they're going to leave us alone? They thought we were a joke. Haha, joke's on you. So, this is nothing. Yet, if he gives permission, not this world, thousands of this world will easily understand him and remember his name and offer prayers for him because thousands of worlds need his sohbat. Not just us. Don't think sohbat is just for 20 men, 10 women. No. Others they are listening and they are bringing to. May Allah forgive us. May Allah raise the station of our grand Shaykh, grant him long life and a healthy life. May Allah send him more helpers. May Allah grant our Shaykh a higher station and more power, and may He send it to us to support us in our way. We are very weak ones, we are dirty ones. We're asking Allah to forgive us and to keep us in safety. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bring your tea. Any questions anyone has? Say.
Will the Ottoman Empire be reestablished?
Yes, it will be. That's it. What else we need? The Ottoman Empire will be established. We are following an Ottoman, the grandson of sultans and padishahs. Not only by name, not only by blood, but by action, by life, and by death. So many may call themselves Ottomans. It's okay. It's becoming fashionable. We say it's okay. You know, it's better than nothing. It's better than nationalism. That you're saying we love the Ottomans here and there. But what is the Ottoman bringing? The Ottoman is not going to come back to say there is no Shariat. This is not the time for Shariat. Those ones who are saying that too, this is not the time for Shariat. They said that 10 years ago. What happened 10 years later? They backtrack. Oh, we must have Shariat. Oh, good morning. Preparing for the forgotten sunnats and lifestyles of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Not just by name. Anyone can say we're Ottomans. Anyone can buy a flag. It's okay. We're saying there's nothing wrong with that. Continue, but you must move one step forward. You have to understand what the Ottoman stands for. You have to understand how they live their lives and how they give up their lives. You have to understand Ottomans put discipline. You have to understand the Ottomans, they put justice. You have to understand that the Ottomans, they put submission into their lives. The Ottomans never say everyone can do as they like. No. Once you have submission and discipline, yes, that time you may do what is good for you, and everyone will have their own separate identities and secrets that Allah has put there. Will the Ottomans be re-established? Oh, of course, the Ottomans have already been re-established. Spiritually, the Merkaz is here. The empire has already been established. Not yesterday. Years ago. By our Shaykh, Sahibul Saif. As you like. You may believe, you may not believe. You may say, oh, we have to follow this, we have to follow that, we have to... But we are saying, this is our way. It has already been established. You know what? And we're trying to live that. What are we doing here in this dergah? In the OSMANLI dergah? We're trying to live that lifestyle. Not just to buy a flag and to buy a pin and to put it on our... We're trying to live that by following that. Slowly. Slowly, but surely. We're trying to do that. May Allah make it easy for us. Increase our strength, inshallah. It's very unfashionable to follow the Ottoman way. It's fashionable, trendy to say the name Ottoman now, but the lifestyle itself, so many came, they didn't go. They didn't come and go. They came and they ran away because they say, oh, we cannot handle this. So, as you like, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. What else? What else? Say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Why are there times when a great heaviness comes upon us? How do we get rid of it? And what should we do to make ourselves stronger so it does not come back?
Okay. The heaviness may come individually. It may come to you at a certain time. It may come to you because of things others are putting on you. It may come to you because things that you're putting on yourself. If you're heavy, unload it. That's what you have to do. If you feel heavy, go to places where you can unload it. Do things that is going to make it lighter. Don't be putting things, don't be going to places or putting yourselves where things are going to get heavier. People come and say, I don't know what is happening. Everything is turning upside down. Everything is... the doors are closed. And I say, okay, if the doors are closed, then run to those ones who are remembering Allah. When you run to those ones who are remembering Allah, maybe the door will open. Because are you remembering Allah and then the door closed? Usually, when you forget about Allah, the door's closed. Or sometimes you want to remember Allah. Once you're trying to remember Allah, then that time the ego and the dunya and shaitan try to close everything. But you know by yourself what is your motive, what is your intention. What is our intention? Our intention is to please Allah. We're looking. Our intention is to please Allah, but things are very heavy. What is it that Prophet ﷺ say? What did our Shaykh say to get rid of this heaviness? What is it that we have to do to get rid of this, say, heaviness, this laziness? Did he say rest more? Wait for it to go, or they say, fight back. Oh, fight back? Yes, fight back. Oh, we don't want to fight back. It's too hard. Welcome to Jihadul Akbar. You're saying this Jihadul Akbar, the greatest struggle. This is not armed struggle. There is no armed struggle now. There is no violence now. All of that is forbidden. Now it is for us to struggle against our nafs, but when the time comes, you say, now you have to fight. Oh, I cannot do it. Then why you are in tariqat? It's like you're saying, I want to be a soldier. Okay, we train you to be a soldier. Then I say, now is the time for you to go to war. I don't want to go to war. I'm scared. It's cold. It's too hot. It's too heavy. It's too... Why are you attending? We are not being soldiers for any regime, any government, any ideology, nothing. We are here to fight against our egos, against our nafs, against our desires, against this dunya, against the shaitan, and to live clean and simple life until we die. Inshallah Rahman. That is our wish, that is our niyat. If Sahib al-Sahib doesn't come sooner than that, then we are comfortable with that. So get rid of the heaviness. Get rid of your heavy loads. Go to places, be around people who will be able to carry those loads for you. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, if you have problems, if you have difficulties, if you have heaviness, go to the Ahli Zikr. Go to them. Ask from them. Learn from them. Be with the Salihin. If you don't want to, more is going to crush you. Don't think that time self-help books are going to help you. Don't think that time you're going to look at talk shows and all these therapists, they're going to help you. No, because it's suffering from a spiritual disease. Only people who have connection to the spiritual world, they will be able to help you. May Allah make it easy, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. When I am at work, I want to work for the sake of Allah, but I know that I am not. How can I start to do this and not deviate from this intention?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Working for the sake of Allah doesn't mean that when you are at work and the work that you are doing now has to be directly, everything is for Allah. Intention has to be there. We are working. The reason that we are working is so that we can carry our responsibilities that Allah has put in us, and to please Allah that we are carrying our responsibilities. But we are not working, getting money, and then giving it to Allah. We have responsibilities. That's why in Islam they say the most important thing is intention. You want everything, not only your work. You want your waking hours. You want when you are sleeping. You want when you are talking. You want when you're sitting. Everything to be for the sake of Allah. How are you going to achieve that? Make the intention first. Make the intention. Keep that intention strong. Be around a Jamaat who can keep that intention strong. Be around a Jamaat who is doing that. Then slowly, yes, whatever work that you're doing, it may be completely far away from Allah and His Prophet ﷺ, but the intention is there. Then Allah will open a door for you. Easily you may use that work some way, somehow, to further the message of truth. Say, I cannot. My work now is nothing to do with that. You cannot smile when you're working? Smiling is charity, isn't it? You cannot do that? Yes. You cannot have good Islamic manners when your co-workers are there, and to be nice and pleasant. Don't be involved in politics. Don't be involved in fitna. Be generous. All these things is also part of Islam. All this is what we were speaking about earlier. This is all adab. And if you have that, people are going to get drawn to it, of course. Pretty soon they're going to ask, where are you learning all these things? This is so beautiful. You say, this is what my Prophet taught me. This is what Allah brought to us. Then that time you're going to do the work of Allah. So, you need to remind yourself over and over again. If we do La ilaha illallah continuously, what about the intention of goodness? Otherwise you're going to forget. Then, you're going to be busy sometimes. Be around people who are keeping this intention strong and clean and who are living that life. They will show you a way. Before maybe it's all in your head, you're imagining, you're thinking, but now you see people are moving things differently. They are living that life. Then you say, I could learn from that and I'll put it in my life and I will go. Are we perfect? Of course we're not. You know, our intention is not even to look for perfection. It's not for perfection. Our intention is to please Allah. Our intention is to please our Prophet. Our intention is for our Shaykh to smile to us and to be pleased with us. That is the greatest thing in the world. So, make that intention alive. Go to work, at least when you're going to work, to say, Ya Rabbi, I'm starting work today in your name. I'm starting work today for your sake. I'm weak one, I may forget you. I will forget you. But this is my intention, I'm weak. Ya Rabbi, give me a strength to remember you throughout the day and to remember your Prophet throughout the day, and for me to get the blessings of this work and for me to do the responsibilities that you have put on me, and then to go to be able to spread your favors, your love and your blessings that you have shown us, to awaken it in myself, in other people around me. Inshallah, that time, once you start making that intention, and you have to make that intention every day, you have to be around people who have that intention and they're living their lives, it'll be easy, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Give to them. Anything anyone is saying? Say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. When Allah asked creation who wanted to carry the burden of the Holy Quran, the mountain said it would be crushed with the burden of the Quran. Why have we been given this great responsibility, and how should we carry it?
This question is asked so many times to our Shaykh. I'm going to give you the answer that I know. The Quran is describing that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, and we have offered this Quran to the mountains and they have refused. We have offered it to man and the man carried it. And I believe the ayat is continuing. Man is ignorant. Now, the mountain in that ayat is not referring to these physical mountains. It's not referring to Mount Everest or Mount what? Fuji. The mountain that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is referring in that ayat is referring to the kutubs. Because if you understand a little bit of geology, you understand that the mountains, they are what they are the ones that are keeping this world intact. They are the ones that are pinning this world. Otherwise, the world is going to start separating. Kutub means pole. Pole meaning it's something that is stable, something that is put there to stabilize. And the mountain, as high as a mountain is, you know that geology, science is saying that much at least is underneath, is keeping everything. That's why when all the saints of Allah, the friends of Allah, they remove from this world, all the pegs, they are removed, and Qiyamah then happens. So the Quran was offered to these beloved ones of Allah. And they refused. Meaning, awliya Allah, they say we cannot carry the Quran. They know the manners in front of their Lord. They know the manners in front of their Lord, and they say we cannot carry it. But that's why you don't see awliya Allah, they're throwing the Quran at you. They don't quote from the Quran, they just throw the Quran at you over and over again. Every few words they say they recite this and recite that. No. Everything that they speak about is from the Quran. Everything that they talk about is the Quran. But they don't throw the Quran at you to burden you. Because the Quran, it is the words of Allah, it is a heavy burden that even, especially these friends of Allah, bring the baby outside. You're not even listening to me. You're listening to the baby. At least take it outside. I've already said, the sohbat is happening. Try to do that for a couple of minutes. Later, you can bring it back. Not listening. But those ones who are against the friends of Allah, they love to quote the Quran. And they usually quote the Quran to you, not to give you hope, not to show the rahmat of Allah, but to show the anger of Allah, the la'nat of Allah, the curse of Allah. Always, isn't it? Those Wahhabi kind people. Shaykh Mawlana, if you ask me, Shaykh Efendi, how many times they quote, everything they speak can be directly sourced from the Quran, but the ayats that they quote, this is what it means. You don't just give the Quran, you unpack it. You give to people what they can afford to eat, what they can afford to drink, what they can afford to taste, what is for them to digest. You don't give something to them that they cannot digest and they have to throw it up. They never. I haven't heard Shaykh Efendi speaking more than maybe 10 ayats that he quotes from. Not 10 ayats. But everything he says can be traced to an ayat. But he quotes, no. Shaykh Mawlana, no. What is it that's so much that we're hearing him quoting? وَلَقَدْ كَرَمْنَا بَنِي Adam. Obey Allah, obey His Prophet. There. Yeah, you forgot to speak Turkish and speak in English. I have to watch everything now. So, and when they do quote, even if it's more than 10 ayats or 100 ayats, I don't know. I'm not claiming that I know, and I'm sitting there for years and years and listening to so many things that Shaykh Mawlana is saying. I know Shaykh Efendi, and that is enough for me, because he is showing us Shaykh Mawlana. But I know that they are quoting ayats to make us to understand our Lord and understand us. It is not to curse at us. Wahhabis like to use the ayats that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using on the unbelievers, on the believers. So, that is what is meaning. The awliya Allah, yes, they are following the footsteps of who? Rahmatal lil Alameen. Holy Prophet ﷺ is Rahmatal lil Alameen. He is what? The mercy of all the worlds. He was not sent to be the judge of all the worlds, or to be the kahar of all the worlds. He was sent as Rahmatul lil Alameen. Awliya Allah who are following them, they are also following in the footsteps of Rahmatil lil Alamin. They show Rahmat. Their manners may be rough sometimes, they may be tough sometimes, but that is so that you don't pull the anger of Allah on you. It's so that we understand more the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they say, Ya Rabbi, we cannot carry the Quran. Don't put to us. We want only the mercy of the Quran. We want only your blessings and your mercy. So, that is as much as we can say for right now. Does that mean that we are not going to carry the discipline and the orders and everything that Allah has put on us? No. We do it. And we have to do more than that. We have to become more particular than others. But we are not going to say now that we are depending on our ibadat also. We are saying we're depending on what? Allah's mercy. And Allah's mercy is shown first through His Prophet and then through His inheritors. Simple. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. May Allah forgive me and bless all of you. May you have a good week, inshallah. And make the intention that we're going to live, that we're going to die for the sake of Allah. Make the intention that we are not going to be ahli fitna, that we are not going to be the ones that Allah will question on the Day of Judgment in these great times of jababira, great times of fitna, that we are contributing to it. Be witness, Ya Rabbi, we've pulled ourselves away to the top of the mountains to live a simple life to follow our Shaykh. Protect us and help us for the sake of the Holy Prophet. Wassalam al-Fatiha. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Have a good night. Now I'm smiling because we've done our job.